Welcome to today's lesson. It is starting a slightly new topic within the wider topic of angles, and it is about exterior angles. So can you please write the title, write the learning objective, underline them both in purple pen in a new page in your book, and pause the video so that you've got time to do that. Press play when you're ready to keep going. So I'm going to start off by drawing a triangle. There we go. Doesn't matter that it's a right angle triangle. I want you to copy this shape in your book. Doesn't need to be too neat. And I want you to label what you think is an interior angle, an exterior angle on this shape. One interior angle, one exterior angle. Pause the video so that you've got time to do that and press play when you're ready to keep going. So, if you were completely clueless, fair enough, don't worry about it. We've never done this before. But I'm hoping some of you thought to yourselves, well, interior, I've heard of that before. It means inside. So if you thought interior means inside, and so interior angles would be angles inside the shape, then you'd be correct. The interior angles are the ones inside the shape. So if you didn't know that, or if you got it wrong, write in purple pen, interior angle means inside the shape. Now exterior is what we're looking at today. And in the same logic, hopefully you thought exterior means outside. Exterior in everyday life means outside something. So exterior angles are also angles outside the shape. So if you thought that therefore this angle here around the point, that this angle here and this angle here were exterior angles, pick up your purple pen and give yourself a cross, because it's wrong. Even though exterior does mean outside, that is not what an exterior angle is. An exterior angle is whatever you add to an interior angle to make it add up to 180. In other words, to make it look like they create a straight line. So interior plus exterior add up to 180. And if you want to write down a definition of what an exterior angle is, it is whatever you add to an interior angle to make it equal to 180. So pause the video and make sure you've written down precisely what an exterior angle is, and that you've written down that interior plus exterior equals 180. All right, so now that we're clear about what an exterior angle is, we're going to look at an angle fact to do with exterior angles. What we're going to do is I'm going to introduce a little garden here. This garden's not a regular shape. Not all the sides are the same length. Oh, looks like that. But I want you to imagine each of these sides is straight. This is like the fence on the outside of the garden. And this is actually Caden's garden. There he is. There's Caden. He's got his cool hat on. Now Caden's doing a bit of gardening. And what Caden has to do is he needs to first of all figure out, he needs to change his fence around the outside of the garden. And he needs to figure out the distance around his fence. So what he does is he goes on a walk on the outside. What we're going to look at is not the perimeter of the garden, it is the direction that Caden is facing in. So he starts off at this point here. And he first of all walks this way until he gets to this point. And at this point, he's facing this way, but obviously he has to turn so that he's facing this direction here. So he walks along here and he gets to the next point at the corner of the garden. And again, he has to turn so that he's facing this way. Now at this point, he's almost facing opposite to the direction that he started off facing in. He's facing like south. He has to turn a bit more so that he's now facing this way and he can walk along here. And then he has to turn this way so he's back on the home straight. And we want him to turn around and face exactly where he was at the beginning, so he turns back there. So he started off facing in this direction, and he ended up facing this direction. What do you notice about each of these angles? Hopefully you've spotted that each of these angles is an exterior angle. Now, if overall he started off facing over there, and he turned, and he turned, and he turned, and he turned, and then he turned, overall it's like he's done a full turn. And the exterior angles that he has turned add up to 360 degrees. And this is a chant that we need to learn. Write it down in purple pen. I don't know why I've done it in gold. Well, I did it in gold because the angles over here in the video are gold, but we need to learn that exterior angles add up to 360. It doesn't matter what the shape is. It could be a triangle, it could be a decagon, it could be a hexagon. Doesn't matter what it is, exterior angles add up to 360. So make sure you've written that down. Pause the video so you've got time to do that, and press play when you're ready to keep going. All right, so we're going to look at a little example. This is the sort of thing that's going to come up in Hegarty Maths shortly. You're told to find the values of each exterior angle. So I want you to pause the video and have a go at doing this yourself first of all. Press play when you're ready for me to go through it. Well, hopefully you can see we've got each of these exterior angles. We've got the interior angle next to it. Interior plus exterior add up to 180. So we've got A plus 110 equals 180. So therefore A equals 70 degrees. Make sure we're marking as we go. B is going to be 180 minus 60, which is 120 degrees. C is going to be 180 minus 135, which is going to be 45 degrees. D is going to be 50 degrees because it's 180 minus 130. And E is going to be 180 minus 105, which is 75 degrees. So hopefully that wasn't too difficult. It's just using the fact that interior plus exterior add up to 180. Make sure you've marked everything you did just then. Pause the video if you need to. Press play when you're ready to keep going. So the next question says, find the size of the final unknown exterior angle in a polygon whose other exterior angles are these. So I want you to pause the video and have a go at doing this on your own first. If you get stuck or if you think you finish, press play so that I can keep going. So what we know is this polygon, this shape with 3 or more sides, 5 of the exterior angles are these ones here. But we know in total, exterior angles add up to 360. So the unknown one, the final unknown one, will be what we get when we do 360 minus the sum of all of these. So to find that, let's add them all up. 63 plus 64 plus 87 plus 39 plus 78, 18, 27, 31, 12, 20, 33. So in total, these add up to 331 degrees. And so to find the one left, because they all together add up to 360, I do 360 minus 331. So the one missing angle must be 29 degrees. How do you think I could check if that's correct? Hopefully you know, if we add 29 to these ones over here, if the sum of all of those angles add up to 360, then we know that we've done it correctly, because exterior angles add up to 360. Make sure you've written any purple pen notes that you need to, then press play when you're ready to keep going. Okay. For this question, I want you to have a go on your own without me doing any explaining. So pause the video and have a go. Press play when you're ready for me to show you how to do it. All right, so we've got to find the value of x, which is this one here. So I know that exterior angles add up to 360. I know what this exterior angle is, it's 15 degrees. This one here is not marked, but I know that angles on a straight line add up to 180, and therefore if this one's 90, then this one must also be 90. I know this one is 30. This one over here also going to be 90 for the same reasons as this one was. But there's these two that I don't know. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to think to myself, well, angles on a straight line, so this one and this one here, they add up to 180. So 180 minus 120 equals 60 degrees. And similarly, over here, there's my straight line, that's 135. This one is going to be 180 minus 135, which is going to be 45 degrees. Now that I've done that, I can use the fact that exterior angles add up to 360 to find the missing angle x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up all the exterior angles. Oops. So that's going to be 45 plus 60 plus 15 plus 90 plus 30 plus 90 24 33. So if all of those yellow angles add up to make 330, and I know that in total all the angles including x add up to make 360, then x must be the missing 30 degrees, takes it up to 360 degrees. So therefore my answer is x is 30 degrees. If you need to write any notes for that, if you've got any part of it wrong, make sure you've paused the video or rewound any bits you need to watch. Today's second half of today's lesson is going to be to do the Hegarty maths task that it says on Show My Homework. So make sure you go to that and you do that now. And yeah, good stuff. Bye.